Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video I'm gonna create an additional functionality for WooCommerce without using any plugins, and this functionality is gonna allow me to add custom attributes for my product. So in my demo example I have a custom t-shirt product which is allowing users to order this t-shirt with their names on it. And to make this happen I had to create an additional custom attribute which is allowing users to enter their names over here. See this field which is saying enter your name. So let's say for example I enter Mike, I click add to cart, and this product is going to be added to cart with a name on it. So for example there's the product title and the name, and then from here I proceed to checkout, and on the checkout page I'm going to have the order summary with the name and everything I need here to place the order. So I'm going to make this happen using a child theme, StoreFront Child Theme. I did some research and I found this article on pluginrepublic.com. So this guy is explaining here very well different ways on how to make this functionality happen. He's saying about using plugins, different plugins to install them if you don't have coding skills, and then also he's explaining how to create this functionality by creating a plugin. And if you have coding skills, so don't have to install any other third-party plugins. But in this video I'm gonna create the same functionality, except I'm gonna use a child theme functions.php file instead of creating a plugin. So there's gonna be a link to this article where you can find it, you can read it if it sounds interesting to you. And from here I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So on my dashboard, WordPress dashboard, you see here I have StoreFront and I have 2020. So in my case I'm gonna activate the 2020 default theme, and I'm gonna delete everything I have here so I can start everything from scratch. So for example this theme, I'm gonna delete this stuff from here. I couldn't fully remove the WordPress custom. Oh, okay, that's because I have my command line here, so I'm gonna do that from my command line. Okay, so I'm gonna do that here, and I'm gonna get rid of the storefront as well. I'm gonna try to remove this from the dashboard, delete, okay, and it works. So whenever you have WordPress installed, whatever theme you're using there, but in my case I'm just gonna add storefront again so you can see how I'm just gonna start everything from scratch if you want to follow along with me. So I'm gonna add storefront from the dashboard, and storefront is here. I just click install. This is gonna install the theme, and meanwhile this is installing, I'm just gonna do a search on Google, and I will say WooCommerce or not StoreFront Child Theme, and on the store, let's see, docs, WooCommerce.com, set up use child theme. So I'll click on this link. I'm gonna leave this link in the description as well, from where you can click and just go to this page. So here's a button which is saying download a sample StoreFront child theme to get started. So I'm gonna click here. This is gonna download. It's gonna redirect me to the repository, GitHub repository. I'm gonna click here code and download as a zip file. I'm gonna close everything from here, and let's see if my theme is installed. Yep, I'm gonna activate it. Actually I didn't really had to do that, but it's alright, I'm gonna do that here. Okay, so if I click on the home page now, I have the storefront here. You probably already have products. You have to have WooCommerce installed for this theme, because storefront is a specific theme for WooCommerce. So install WooCommerce as a plugin, and then on products, add products over there. I have just one product for now, which is the custom t-shirt. I didn't delete that. I left it here. All right. So after I downloaded the child theme, I'm gonna unzip it. So I'm gonna unzip it, and this is how it looks like. Alright, this is after I unzipped it. I'm gonna copy everything from here, and I'm gonna go to, I'm using XAMPP, I'm working on a local host, so I'm going to htdocs, WordPress content, themes, and I'm gonna paste it over here. Oh, no, I had to create, sorry about that guys, I have to create a new folder, and this is gonna be StoreFront Child, and then open this folder and paste all the files in that folder. And then after that, just go to appearance, themes on your dashboard, and just activate the StoreFront Child theme. So just click activate, and this is gonna activate your child theme on the front end. You won't see any changes here, except I'm just gonna clear up my cart because that was from the demo. Okay, so this is my product. I'm gonna click on my product here. I don't have that custom attribute anymore, so I'm starting everything fresh, everything from scratch. I'm gonna open my VS Code now in this folder. So I have my command line over here, as you already see. And so I'm gonna open the StoreFront Child. You can open it whatever in any way you want. I'm just using command line. You can just open it from your VS Code, from your Atom, or whatever text editor you're using. Alright, so here's my child theme. I'm gonna open my VS Code in this folder, so I don't open the whole script. And this is taking a while. Okay, so this is my VS Code is over here. Okay. Alright, so open your functions. You should have a folder which is assets. You don't have to do anything in that folder. The main functions PHP file is where we will write everything here. So first thing we want to do is we want to add this field, add this option in our dashboard where we have our product. For example, whenever we go to products and then click on edit product, let me show you really quick. If I click edit, and then I scroll down, I want to add this option over here where is the general tab. You see I have inventory, shipping. I want to add it here under the general tab. So there's going to be another field here which is going to say enter your custom field title or something like that, and then that custom field title is going to be added here with that title. Okay, so to do that, first thing we should add it here because everything is going to start from our dashboard. And I'm going to open my VS Code here. Let me close that really quick. So the first function is going to display this field, display the functionality I was talking about on the dashboard. So here I'm going to create a function and I will name it Vicode. You need this prefix in case there's so just to make sure there is no other function with the same name as you use in your functions.php file, so there is no conflicts or errors or anything like that. So we have create field. We don't have any parameters, but here we're going to use arguments. So we have a variable which is arg, and here I'm going to have an array. And in this array, I'm going to have all the arguments for my custom input field. So I have ID. Oops, this needs to be like this. ID, and the ID is going to be custom text field title. Title like this. And then below I'm going to have the label. And the label is going to say, I have 2 underscores here and then parentheses just to escape the text. So here I'm going to say additional field title. Additional field title. And I have to give it Vicode as an identifier. And then below here I'm going to have a class. This is all kind of like CSS hooks, so I can play around with the styling and stuff. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm showing you that this is possible. So I'm gonna have here Vicode just to make sure it's a unique class custom field like this. And then let me zoom this in a little bit so you can see it better. Oh, that's too much. Okay, like this, I think it's fine. Okay, so I have the class, and then now the description tip. That description tip is going to be a question mark next to the field, which is gonna kind of have a description of what this field is about. So here we have desk underscore tip, and here I'm gonna put true, and below I'm gonna have the description for the question mark for the description tip. So here is going to have, we'll have description, and we have underscore underscore open parentheses, and here we say enter the title of your additional custom text field. And then here we have custom text WooCommerce abbreviation like this, just as an identifier. And that's gonna be it for the arguments. And then below here we will call the WooCommerce WordPress text input function with the arguments to create the field. So we have WooCommerce underscore WP underscore text underscore input, and the parameter is going to be the arguments. So we have arg, and then below our function we will have to add an action, and the action is going to call the WooCommerce product option general product data hook. So we type here add action, the first parameter is the hook, so here is going to be WooCommerce underscore product underscore options underscore general underscore product underscore data, and then the second parameter is our function name, so just paste it here. All right, and that should be it for the just to display it. So let me actually add a comment here which is going to say display the custom text field on the dashboard like this. So I'm gonna save it. I will go back here. Now if I refresh, this field should pop up here. So I'm refreshing it, and this text will be, oops. Okay, so we see this enter your name, additional field title, enter your name. It's because enter your name, that's because I have it already saved in the database previously. That's why you shouldn't have anything here in this field for now. So you should have this additional field title, and then you should have it should be empty. And now, because like right now, if I put, what was there? Let me refresh one more time. Okay, so that's from the previous, as already said. But now, for example, if I type in here anything and I click update, it's not gonna work because I don't have an option. I don't have a function which is handling the data from this field. So I'm gonna have everything as I had before, where it's gonna be empty. In your case, it should be empty like this. Okay, so now I have to save this data. I have to handle this data from this field and save it in the database. And to do that, I have to create another function. And let me leave a comment here, which is gonna say save field data, and then this field is and then here I have function, as I had function Vicode underscore save underscore field underscore data, and the parameter is going to be post ID. I'm getting the post ID, and then here I'm gonna assign the post ID, the product post ID, to a product variable. So I'm going to have product, and I assign a function which is getting the post ID. So I have WP underscore get underscore product using the post ID. So I have post ID like this. So now I'm assigning this product to the product variable, and now I want to get the title from this field, from the field I just created. Okay, so I'm gonna have title, a title variable, and I'm assigning to this title variable all the data from that field from the post method. That's after I clicked on the submit button. So, but I'm gonna have an if statement. So there's gonna be is set, and here I have post, and in this post custom, I have to put custom text, which is this one, the ID from here, custom text field title. So I'll paste it here, and okay, and then I have a question mark here. So if the post variable custom title field is not empty, then I grab the data from this post variable. So here I'm gonna have again post, and the variable is going to be custom text field title. Otherwise, I'm assigning an empty string like this. Okay, and then below here, using the product variable which I have, which has all the data about this product, I'm gonna update the metadata. So I will use product, and using the update metadata function, which is WordPress predefined function. So I have update underscore meta underscore data. The first parameter is the custom text field title. So I'm creating like a meta variable in the database with this name. And then the second one, the second parameter is the title. So I'm gonna have to sanitize it. So I'll type in sanitize text field. And here the variable is title, like this. And then after that, I'll just save the product. So I have product, save, like this. And then below I have to add an action, which is gonna fire this function. So I have add action, and the first hook is WooCommerce process product meta. So I have WooCommerce underscore process underscore product underscore meta. And the second parameter is the function, which is Vicode save field data, like this. Okay, so now we should be able to update the data from that field. So if I go back here, I refresh the page, and if I enter here, your field should be empty. So in my case, it's going to be the same as yours right now. So I'm gonna type in here test field title. Okay, now I click update. This should update our field, and we have an error which is saying call to define function WordPress get product in functions 44. So let me see what's under 44 product WordPress get product. WooCommerce get product. So I misspelled this one. It needs to be a WC, not WP, because it's WooCommerce, and I apologize for making this mistake, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to refresh the page. And I'm sorry that it's so slow. Okay, so I have here enter your name. I'm just gonna paste test really quick just to make sure it works. I click update. Hopefully I'm not getting any other error. So here we see that the field is being updated. You know, it updated the data, which means it saved it in the database. So I have test here. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it test for now. But the next step is going to be to display this field in our product page over here. It needs to be above add to cart. And to do that, we should create another function below and I'm gonna leave a comment which is going to say display field on the product page. Okay, like this. So here I'm gonna have a function display field product page. This is going to be Vicode display field. Vicode display field. We don't have any parameters, so I'm leaving it empty like that. But I'm gonna get the global data of the post. So I have global and the post variable, and then here I'm gonna check for the custom field value. So I'm gonna have, let me leave a comment here, check for the custom field value, because I want to show this field only if I set up a name here for each product. So if I don't have a name here, then this field, this additional attribute, is not going to show up. Okay, so here that means that here I'm gonna grab the I'm gonna have an if statement, of course, but first of all I have to grab the product using the post ID. So I have product variable, and I assign to this product variable WC. Make sure it's not WP, but it's WC because I already misspelled it. And then we have WC underscore get underscore product, and the attribute is going to be the post variable, and then from this object we're grabbing the ID. So we kind of get the product with the current page, the current product ID. So kind of like we're getting the data of the current product. Okay, and then below we're grabbing the title. So I have a title variable, and I assign to this title let's see, product object. From the product object I'm gonna get the meta of the custom text field title, this one. So I'm just gonna copy it and I will paste it here like this. So I'm grabbing this data from this field, the one I just saved in the database, and then I have an if statement. So here is going to be if title. So if the title variable is not empty, which means if I set up a name for my custom field, then let me leave a comment here. I'm going to say display the field if not empty. And here I'm going to have printf parentheses like this, and here I'm going to have a few div classes. I'm going to have a div class, and then a label, and then the field. So div class Vicode hyphen custom hyphen field hyphen wrapper. Okay, and then here I'm gonna close it, and then in this div I'm gonna have a label for this label is going to be for Vicode title field. So we have Vicode hyphen title hyphen field, and I'm gonna close this label like this. Let me see. And in this label here I'm going to have the value, which is %s, and then after the label there's going to be the field, which is this field is going to be like this: input type text, and then the ID is going to be Vicode title field, and then there's going to be a name, and the name is going to be Vicode title field, like this, and then the value is going to be empty. And here we should close, the div should close, and here I'm gonna add a BR, which is going to be a new line, and then I want to add an HR, which is gonna leave a line right below the field. Okay, and just don't forget comma, and go from new line over here, and then here we have to escape the HTML, so I'm gonna have here ESC underscore ESC underscore HTML, and here I'm gonna escape the title. Okay, so after this we just should add another action, add action, and then here we will use the WooCommerce before add to cart button, using this hook to add that to the field, to the product page. So we have WooCommerce underscore before underscore add underscore to underscore cart underscore button. And the second parameter, as you already know, it's the function name, like this. And let's save this. Let's see what we have here. So if I refresh the page, hopefully I just said hopefully I couldn't even finish my sentence. So in the functions.php there's the 60-second line. So let's see where the 60-second line. So something is going on here. Okay, so I shouldn't put this semicolon. If I go back and refresh, and if I refresh, we see our field is here with the name, which is test. So let me change the name of that test. I'm gonna say enter your name. Now we'll update it, and I'm gonna go back and I want to make some changes here, make some styling. So enter your name. I want to leave some space here. You can do that from your CSS file. Actually, yeah, we can do that from the CSS file, but I'm just gonna use the inline styling. So where I have my label, I'm gonna add style, and here I'm gonna put margin right 30 pixels, and I'll save it like that. And I refresh it. Now I have some space here, which kind of like makes it look better. Okay, but the next step is going to be the validation, because right now if I don't put anything in this field and I click add to cart, this is gonna add the product to the cart without having a name. So you see I don't have any names here. So I want to add that validation over here, and I'm gonna create a new function for that. So let me go back over here, and I'm gonna leave a comment. Let's see, let's say custom input validation, and here I'm gonna have a function Vicode underscore field underscore validation, and here I'm gonna have 3 parameters. The first one is going to be the past variable, which is going to be as an indicator. I'm gonna use it just to make sure the field is not empty. So I'm gonna have past variable. The second one is gonna be the product ID, and the third one is going to be the quantity. Like this. Okay, and then here I'm gonna have an if statement, which is going to check if the post Vicode title field, so if this field is empty, then the field name is Vicode title field, so I'm gonna copy it. So if empty, and I have here post Vicode title field, if this is empty, then here I'm gonna have a fails validation. I'm gonna assign false to the past variable. So I have, that means it fails the validation. So fails the validation, and then the past is going to be false like this. And then below here I'm going to have a function which is going to be WooCommerce add notice, because I want to have a notification on top with red, which is going to say please enter a name for your product. So here we will use the WC underscore add underscore notice, and this notice we have to escape it. So here we will have underscore underscore open parenthesis, and then this is going to say please enter a name for your product. A name for your product, and then the identifier is going to be Vicode, and then here the second parameter is going to be error like this. Okay, semicolon. So we close our if over here, and then below we just return the past function, past variable like this. Okay, and then here we just have to add a filter. Add filter. Just pay attention, it's not action, it's filter in this case, because it's just a filter. So here we have WooCommerce add to cart validation. So we have to use this hook. So here we have WooCommerce underscore add underscore to underscore cart underscore validation, and the second parameter is the function name. And here we want to play with the priority, so we will have 10 and 3. That's the place where we want to show the notification, the priority in between the DOM, divs, and stuff like that. You can check more. Just search on Google for WooCommerce filter priorities or stuff like that. Yeah, or WooCommerce or WordPress. So I'm gonna save it now like this, and I'll just go here and refresh the page just to see if the validation works. So if I click, I don't put anything in my field. If I click add to cart, I get this notification which is saying please enter a name for your product. Okay, so the next step would be to add the field data to the cart, because even now if I add something here and I click add to cart, it's not gonna add it to the cart, because if I'm going to view cart, I don't have it here. So now I have to add another action to add that field, to add that data to the cart. So the next step would be to let's put add field data to the cart. Okay, and then here we have function Vicode media add field data to cart. So Vicode underscore add underscore field underscore data underscore to underscore cart. Sorry for such a long name, but I want to make it as clear as possible for you guys, so you don't get confused with short names. And then here we will have 4 parameters. The first one is going to be the cart item data. The second one, so let me just type it in here, cart underscore item underscore data. The second one is the product ID. The third one is the variation ID. And then the fourth one is the quantity. So we have, okay, and then here in our function we will have an if statement which is gonna check the field, and just to make sure the field is not empty. So we'll have if it's different than empty. Here we have post, and the name of the field is Vicode title field, this one, paste it here. So if it's not empty, if this returns false, then we add the item data. So add item data using a So we have cart item data. We add this data from the post method to our cart item data object. So we have cart item data, and the index is title field, like this, and we assign to this the data from the post variable, which is this, like this. And then we assign, and then we get the product data. So we have product variable, and we assign to this variable the wc underscore get underscore product, and we get this product by using the product ID we get from our page, from the current page. And then below here we get the price from the product. So we have price, and we assign to the price product arrow get price, like this. So we get the price from the product object, and we assign it to the price variable. And then here we just update the cart item total price in case you want to update, in case you want to add some more, like you want to change the price. For example, let's say if the user is going to enter the name, you want to update, you want to add to the current price. So if you want to add to the current price, then you should do something like this: cart item underscore data, and here the index is going to be a total price, like this, and we assign the price. But if you want to add some more here, let's say let's put plus 800 plus 100, like this. Let's say like 100, and then below here we just return the cart item data, and then below here we add filter, and the hook name is going to be WooCommerce add cart item data. So we have WooCommerce underscore add underscore cart underscore item underscore data, and the second parameter is the function name, and the priority is going to be 10 and 4, like this. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go back here. Hopefully I didn't misspell anything over there. So we see that the price is $20, right? Now if I add Mike here, click add to cart, this is gonna add it to the cart. But if I click to the view cart page, if I click display, okay, so it is adding it to the, it doesn't show up there yet. We have to write another function to do that, but for now we just updated the object. So there is the data in the object, but we should have another function to output it on the, to output this to the screen in the cart page. And to do that we should have another function actually. So here we get everything, we just return the cart item data. Now here we have to update the cart price because the price also didn't change. So here we have to, let me leave another comment, let's say update cart price, and here I will have a function Vicode calculate cart totals, and this is going to be the cart object. This is going to get cart object. All right, and then here I'm going to have an if statement. This is just a security measurement. If the user is admin, and if it's different, then define doing underscore Ajax, then we will just stop running this function. We will just return nothing, which is like if the user is admin, if he doesn't have the Ajax active, then this functionality is not gonna work. Okay, otherwise, if this if statement returns false, then we have to iterate through each cart item. So we iterate through each cart item, and then we get the total price in the cart. Iterate through each cart item. So here we'll have for each, and we get the cart object get cart function as, and here we have the key, and we assign to the key the value like this. Make sure I didn't misspell anything. Cart object get cart as key, and we assign to the key the value, and then here we will have an if statement. So here we will check if the price is not empty, because we have to have that as well. So if is set value of total price, okay, then we assign to the price the value with the total price index. Total price index like this, and then below here we just assign to the value of data index set price to the price. So kind of like we assign to the value data the updated price. So here we have actually an error set price, and here we have price double parentheses. Make sure you have double parentheses here. Okay, so we have 3 curly brackets, and then below here we add action, and the first parameter is going to be the WooCommerce before calculate totals. So WooCommerce underscore before underscore calculate underscore totals, and the second parameter is the function name. So we have like this, and the priority is going to be 10 and 1. Okay, and then now after we have all this done, now is where we display the field in the cart, like making the UI, because all this stuff happens in the backend. And now is the UI step. So here we have display field in the cart. So here we have a function Vicode underscore field underscore to underscore cart, and we have 3 parameters. First one is the name, the second one is the cart item, and the third one is the cart item key. Like this, and then here we check if is set cart item title field, then we output the name. Kind of like if it's not, then we don't output it. That means that we don't have anything in that field. So we have if is set, so we have cart item, and the index is title underscore field. Then we assign to the name, make sure you have dot and equal. This is like a concatenation to the name, because name has more value in it, so we just add to the current value. And we have s printf like this, and then here we have the first parameter, which is a p tag, and in this p tag we have %s, which is the location of the value where we want to output the value, and then the second parameter is esc underscore html, kind of like we escape the html tags from the value. So here we have cart underscore item, and we assign the data from the title underscore field like this. And then just below we have to return the name and then add a filter. And the first parameter, the hook is going to be WooCommerce cart item name. WooCommerce underscore cart underscore item underscore name, and the second parameter is the function name, which is Vicode field to cart. And then we have priorities here, so we have 10 and 3. Okay, so let's save it. Let me just make sure I didn't misspell anything here. Add field data to the cart. So I have here like this, 4 parameters, quantity, empty, Vicode title. Okay, it's admin return nothing, set price value. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna remove this product from my cart. I'm just gonna it's weird because I have an error, of course, not expecting. It's functions 100. Functions 100 for each iterate. That's because this shouldn't be equal. This should be an error function. I mean, not error function, it needs to be an error, which is equal, and then this sign. So go back and refresh it. And I'm gonna remove this from here. You see already the name is popping up there. But if I'm going to the shop page, click on my product, I'm gonna add a name, let's say Victor, click add to cart, and now I go to view cart. I see here that my name is Victor and the price is 120 because I updated the price over here. See, price plus 100. So this is how you can update the price if you want to. You can have this dynamically actually created. I just hard coded just to show that this is possible. So I have 120 and the subtotal is 120, the total is 120. So everything, the calculation works, everything works fine. Now I can click to proceed to checkout. And on the checkout page in the summary, I also have this my name and the same price and everything is here. But we forgot, there's just one more step. We have to add the custom field to the order object, so the whole data is going to be on the order page as well. So to do that, we should create another function, and this is the last function, guys. And I know it's been a long video, but hopefully this is gonna be useful for you. So the comment is going to be add custom field to order object. So we have add custom field to order object, and here I have a function, and function name is Vicode underscore add underscore field underscore data underscore to underscore order. And this is going to take 4 parameters. The first one is the item, the second one is the cart item key, the third one is the values, and the fourth one is the order, like this. And let me just check really quick something here really quick. Values. Okay. Alright, so we have this in place. Now we will have a for each, and we will get the item as cart item key, and make sure this is an arrow, it's not just an equal. And then we have values. All right, and then here we have if is set values with the title field index. So we have title underscore field. If this has any value, the title field has any value, then we want to output that to the screen. So here we have item arrow add metadata. Okay, here we have underscore underscore and parentheses just to escape the unwanted tags. Here we have custom field, and here the identifier is Vicode, like this. All right, and the second parameter is the values title field. So we have values title field. Okay, and the third parameter is going to be just true, like this. Okay, and then below here we have to add an action. Add action, and here we have the hook, which is WooCommerce checkout create order line item. WooCommerce underscore checkout underscore create underscore order underscore line underscore item. And then here we have the function name, which is this one from here. I'll just paste it. And then we have the priorities 10 and 4, like this. So I'm gonna save it now. I'll go back here, I'll refresh, and then I will try to order this. But before I do that, I actually want to remove this $100, so I'm just gonna remove it. From here I'll just leave a comment like this, so you know that you can add that. Okay, I'll go back to my cart. I'll remove this product, so I'm gonna go to the whole process one more time just to make sure everything works fine. So I'm going to my product here. I'm gonna add Victor, add to product. I'm going to cart, view my cart. The price is $20. Click process to checkout. Name Victor, Russo, company, street, I don't know, street, let's say 356, HYL, drive, city, I don't know, let's say New York, state, New York, like this, zip code, I don't know, something like this, the phone number, say like this, and my email, additional information, we don't need that, and see place order. Billing zip is not valid, postcode, zip code. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna get a valid address from New York. Let's see, New York. Let's go to Manhattan. Let's pick just a house, a random house. Wow, my internet is really slow. Okay, so let's just pick one of these. I know it doesn't really matter. I want to get a address. Okay, which is this one. So I'm gonna go back. I will paste it here. Like this, I have New York here, zip code is this one. Okay, click place order. Oh, I don't have a payment method. Oh, crap. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't have a payment method, and that's why this is not gonna work. But this is what I was trying to show you, that this is gonna be added to the after you click on the place order. This is gonna be added to your order summary page after your payments is done and stuff like that. So that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.